Actually, I've been really influenced by my father music styles like rock music, trip hop music, black music a lot, like soul music, Stevie Wonder, this kind of Prince, Michael Jackson. And on my mother's side, it was more traditional music, Roma music, and that's why I wanted to create a music that suits me as a mixed person.
Welcome to the Amaro Voice podcast. Amaro is from the Romani language and means our. Our Roma, Sinti and trilingual voices among Europe. Today I will interview Ari Kali. Hello Ari Kali. Of course
Hello.
you can introduce yourself.
Hello, yes, so I'm Ari Kali, that's my artist name. My real name is Ariane. I live in France, I was born here, and I mixed Romani and French. I'm a singer, songwriter, and painter as well.
ما يكبر فوري دوشا Adesami viața catargia Andal miro suno da rendile entriac Andal suno dica me traina lascia Feel me now Feel me now, feel me now Feel me now, feel me now Feel me now, feel me now Could this be my intuition? Could it? Our spiritual connection to a higher dimension. I've shut down this stuff for way too long, but now it's time to reconnect to my ancient soul.
My first question is about being artist. So can you tell us about your background and how you became an artist?
Music has always been part of my family. We've always listened to music. My mother was making me listen to a lot of different styles of music and also Roma music. That's how I connected to my culture because my mother doesn't speak Romani. So that was a way for me to emerge and feel a link with my Roma culture. I started with piano and then I quickly moved to singing because it was my thing since I was little. So I carried on with the singing thing, and I started to compose my own music also.
Thanks for watching us. If you want to support us, you can like this video and give us a comment. And to not miss our episodes, you can subscribe our YouTube channel. If you are watching or listening right now on Spotify or listen on Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts, you can follow our podcast. To get all informations from us, go and follow us on Instagram and TikTok, Amaro Voice. You already mentioned about the different music and stuff. So the next question is about this. So which artists or genre have inspired and influenced you and also your music?
Yeah. Actually, I've been really influenced by my father music styles like rock music, trip hop music, like Pink Floyd, Massive Attack, um, the Beatles, and also um, black music a lot, like soul music, Stevie Wonder, this kind of Prince, Michael Jackson. And on my mother's side, it was more traditional music, Roma music. And that's why I wanted to create a music that suits me as a mixed person.
How do you feel the Romani culture is represented in the French art scene?
It's mostly manouche music here in France,
Mhm.
and also the Roma who live in the south of France, who are mostly Calais,
Mhm.
mostly Calais, coming from Spain, singing in Spanish. Here in France, gypsy music is mostly incarnated by the Gypsy Kings. I don't know if you
Mhm.
ever heard of
Yeah.
them. And Django Reinhardt.
Mhm.
That's the two sides of the representation of gypsy music
Mhm.
here in France. They don't know much about what's more Eastern Roma music.
Yeah, this is also how I feel like almost like Roma lived for many centuries in Europe, and of course, they influence in different ways, and also in the pop culture, maybe also in French music or in
Yeah.
French pop culture and art scene. So I think there is less recognition when like Roma influenced something.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, it's like flamenco in Spain, for instance. It comes from Roma culture, but it's not recognized as it should be. And well, in France, the jazz manouche is really recognized for being from the Roma culture, and also the Gypsy Kings. But everything else, not that much. Is It's very like I don't know how I can stereotypes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very stereotyped.
Mhm. Yeah, I just remember you mentioned about flamenco. Um, I think last year I was in Strasbourg at the European Youth Center with the Council of Europe. I was doing some like training about hate speech, and I was the only Roma, and there was only like the other people, non-Roma, from different countries, or like
Yeah,
from France, Germany, Norway, and other countries. And then they asked me something like, "Can you tell us something what is famous from Roma?" Because they said we know nothing about Roma. Then I say, yeah, you know flamenco? They say, yes, of course. It's Spanish. It's no, it's
it's
flamenco is from Calais or Spanish Roma,
yeah,
and they created and influenced it a lot. So and they were surprised. So really, we didn't knew. So that's also I think many things
yeah, yeah,
what people know, but they don't know that it's like from Romani people.
yeah, definitely.
Learning Romani language. Do you speak the Romani language? And if yes, which dialect, or do you know which dialect your mom speak if you don't speak the language?
Unfortunately, I don't speak the language. I know a few words. Um, I have some friends helping me to speak the language, um, and I really would like to learn it better, because I think that the paradigm of a culture is in the language, and I I really miss the fact that in my family they didn't transmit it,
Mhm.
and so yeah.
Yeah, this is also the problem. So mostly Romani language is verbal. Of course, we have some professors and experts from the Romani community who work about the Romani language and they try
Mm.
to teach it like in university level, but
Yeah.
our language is verbal. It's not on books. So if you like, I know many people, both of their parents,
Yeah.
they because they moved as migrants to another countries from their original country, so they lost to learn the language or know only some words. Or many people, also for
Yeah.
people with difficult who are mixed, they never had the opportunity to learn. And also
Yeah.
for me, the like I was born in Kosovo, so I'm
Mm.
part of the Ali community, and I speak the Ali dialect. So when I learned it when I was born, I was learning the Romani language, and
Yeah.
then after when I was 7, we came to Germany. So I think the only thing why I still can speak the Romani language is because I have family members in different
Yeah.
European countries like Italy, France, Sweden. So of course to communicate with them when you was younger, so nobody from us could speak English, so we needed to talk in the Romani
Yeah.
language, and this is why I still
It
can
was a
speak it.
necessity. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Well, my family moved from Serbia in the early 20th century,
Mhm.
and yeah, I don't know why exactly my grandmother and my grandfather didn't transmit it to my mother and my aunts and uncles. I
Mhm.
think the Second World War
Mhm.
played a part on that, um, because in France it was really serious. Um, the Samudari pen was really hard, um, and I know many people in my family got killed in this war. That's all I know actually, but I think it took a part in the fact that they didn't speak it after that,
Mhm.
didn't transmit it.
Yeah, I think I can maybe understand why some people don't speak, because I know for us, like if I wouldn't have my cousins and my family members, when we
Yeah,
came to Germany, where we was living, there was no other Romani families, so we was the only Roma families, and the neighbors there was like
mm,
German, Italians, Turkish people. So in that case, you need to speak German. So and of course that you need to also to, if you want to start a new life in a new country, of course it's important to know the language, and then you start to speak
for
with your
sure.
parents just in German, or like in this language where you go, and then of course when you don't speak it anymore, you lost it. So
Right.
I see it in many examples where people, when
Mm,
they don't have other Roma people, they don't speak so good, and people like in Germany, we have cities where are like a lot of Romani people from one
mm.
community, and then they speak, of course, better because they can speak it every day.
Yeah, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. But I'm trying to fix it actually. I'd
Mm.
like to fix it and know how to talk Romani better and transmit it to my son, to my children. I
Mm.
think it's really important to preserve that and not lose that.
Yeah, that's true. So this was our rubric called Learning Romani Language. Learning Romani Language. My next question is, so as a Romani woman in the music industry, what challenges have you faced, and how have you overcome them?
Actually, people here in France don't know anything about Romani language. Uh, it's fun because yesterday I was singing in a show in France, and I asked the people, I speak Romani language in my song. Do you know which people it refers to? And nobody knew. They were like 200, and nobody knew who speak Romani language. and yeah, and it's not very popular here in France, and that's why I'm trying through my music to put some Romani lyrics, um, so people can connect to this language they don't know, and it's also gives a new representation of Roma people, um, not stereotyped. It's not traditional music with the long dresses, and it's blend with Occidental music, with pop music. So I think it can open a new window to represent a new window and representation to Roma culture through the the Romani language in my songs.
Which projects or collaboration do you have on the horizon that you are particularly excited about? So in the future,
I'm excited about my new project because I'm releasing a new EP, a new album in May, which blend French, English, and Romani languages. So I'm very proud of this project, and yeah, that's it. I really hope that it will give more visibility to Roma culture.
and also um, the people who would like to listen to your music, where they can find you. Do you stream? Do you use like Spotify or other platforms?
Yeah,
Like where
all
they
the
can.
platforms. I'm
Okay,
everywhere.
okay,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
I'm everywhere.
So, which message do you hope to convey through your music, both your Romani audience and to your non-Roma Romani audience?
Unity, I guess. Unity and love and tolerance and hope for a better future where everyone can be connected and be together despite of the differences we can have in our different culture. I think I incarnate that with my mix of Romani and Gaji. And yes, I really hope that it will give an image of Romani culture that empowers it, and who shows people that there's stereotypes are bullshit, and that there's so many different kind of people.
So, if you have to decide, what do you like more, like recording music in studio, like for songs, what you
Yeah.
like for EP, what you have like for Spotify or iTunes, or do you like more like live performance, live doing like live music performance in front of people? So, what is more your favorite?
Oh, that's very different because studio is really like you're in a bubble, and it's really um it's an inner process. It's an inner process. You really go deep inside your soul to transmit something, and then comes the time to transmit it live directly to people. And I think I love both equally.
Mhm. I think also people don't realize that recording music in studio can be very difficult. And before we have the end for the closing words
Yeah.
on our podcast, we always like to ask our guests if they have some anecdotes. Can be a funny story, but can be also serious story related to your job, from your performances or music sessions, which you would like to share.
Yeah, I have an anecdote. It's an anecdote about why I'm wearing a bindi.
Hmm.
Um, I wear bindis since I went to India 10 years ago. Uh, I wanted to meet the the Roma people there, and they live in the desert. I met some of them in Pushkar in India, and it was really funny because we were part of the same culture but very different physically, because they are really dark with very dark long hair, and I'm like with my blue eyes. And it was really fun to meet, and we shared music together, we danced, and we sang together, and it was like, you know like a normal family moment. It was really um how can I put that, natural and spontaneous.
So, do you have any closing words?
I'd say that it's important to be proud of your cultural background and to represent it any way you can, with your own skills, and yeah, that's it.
Thanks for watching or listening. Ciao and Devesa. This podcast is funded by the Stiftung Erinnerung, Verantwortung und Zukunft (EVZ) as part of the project Amaro Voice, digitale Bildungsarbeit über die Communities der europäischen Sinti und Roma bei der NGO Medien und Kulturzentrum Deutscher Roma e.V.